Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Good Morning Bouncing. My name is Susan Churchill. I'm a certified trainer, practice group leader, chi healer, and more things, just like you are. So many different things. So every day, I like to bring in an intention for our practice. And we are practicing Qigong, specifically Spring Force Qigong, created by Master Chen Yilin 30 years ago. Today is Tuesday. We are going to do the breathing of the universe healing movement in our practice after we do our active exercises and we get into the Shen, where we are between being and not being, where the information from the universe can come back to our bodies, to our chi field, so we can heal faster and more completely. Hi, June. All right. So today we're bringing in grateful ease, and um, let's see how we can use that in our practice and in our day. Okay, we'll get started. So we start with our feet shoulder hip distance apart, bend our knees, relax the shoulders, and if you want to bring them up and back and forward and around and in a circle, however you want to help yourself to soften them so they're not up here by your ears, except when we're doing our shoulder shrugs. And then the elbows come a little bit away from the body and the fingers are separated. And we have a smile on our face. Smile stands for start my internal love engine. We bend our knees, our feet are flat on the ground. You can grasp the floor very lightly as if you're almost coming off the floor. And let's say hi to everyone. Hi to June and Maria and Lynn and Patricia. So grateful that I'm here with you again today. Tuck your chin in a little bit to align the neck with the rest of the spine. Tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. And we start bouncing from the knees. So as you're bouncing, feel how your muscles in your legs are acting like energy pumps, pumping up the chi, the love, the support from the universe up through the bottom of your feet. Feel it coming up through you slowly, and as it's doing so, it's releasing extra energy you no longer need. And comes up through your whole body, and you feel butterflies flying out in every direction as you release what you no longer need out. Let go of yesterday, let go of last night, let go of the last 60 something years, or how about 3,000? And then feel the shining light of the sun from the center of the universe coming down on your head and your shoulders, going through your whole body with beautiful light, any which way it feels right for you. And then we're going to take our hands up over our heads, and we're going to start bouncing with our hands up over our heads for 5 minutes. So when we have our hands over our heads, this part of the bouncing, it's an active exercise. Okay, so I'll go back through how we do this. So we're bouncing for 5 minutes with our hands over our head, because Master Lin has said that if you bounce for 5 minutes with your hands over your head, within an hour of waking up every day, you'll live to 100. So that's how I started doing it here on Facebook Live. I started to do it, I tried to do it several times on my own, and I knew I needed to have, what's that word? Well, someone else watching me, or some reason to do it, right? And so I thought, well, if I do it for someone else, I'll also be doing it for me. Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Shelby. So when we stand, we're bouncing, so we have our feet grounded. We went through this before, but we'll do it again. Our feet are grounded, our knees are the only things that are doing the bouncing. We're feeling chi coming up from the earth, releasing out extra energy we no longer need. We're feeling the energy from the heavens coming down and filling in any gaps and helping us to heal faster and more completely. So with our hands over our head, we let the hands flap at the wrists. So you might find yourself holding. I'll do that sometimes, especially when I'm talking. I, I tend to do that and I have to remind myself, and that's okay. You just say, all right, release your hands. There are many chi buttons along your wrists that connect to the energy channels of the different organ systems in the body. So when you're doing this, you're stimulating your organs. When our elbows are up over our shoulders, that helps to stimulate our heart and our lungs. Now your hands are up, and at the same time we're letting our shoulders soften. Hi, Susan. Hi, Martha. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Our breathing is slow, deep, and gentle. That's the aim. So we aim for our hands. You can have your hands higher than me. This is where they are today for me. You can have them over here. You can have it one up, one down. You can do Spring Force Qigong sitting, standing, or lying down. Anything you can't do physically, use your visualization. So I've given you a lot of information already. And know that what you're doing is you're waking up your chi. That's your life force. That's the intelligence of the body that heals. Because our bodies were made to heal. So we breathe in through the nose, we breathe out through the mouth. Our tongue is touching the roof of the mouth, behind the front teeth. That connects our front and back main energy channels. Getting a lot of information here. We tuck our chin in a little bit to align the neck with the rest of the spine. And we have a smile on our face. SMILE stands for Start My Internal Love Engine. So if you're having a day where you're not smiling and you've got no reason to do it, give yourself an exercise and smile, because just the movement of those muscles help to release endorphins so that you can feel happy. You can lift your vibration. So very good. So we have another minute and a half. So let's enjoy our bouncing. I have my Just Be Present t-shirt on. So forgive me for not getting a mini 2-minute one out yesterday. Still recovering from our very fast trip to Kentucky, back and forth Saturday and Sunday. Feeling good today, so back on track. And that's an important thing, pardon me, important thing for you to remember. That sometimes you let something go because guess what? You need more self-care. So put yourself first, because when you fill your cup, right? We're just full of lessons today. When you fill your cup, then, and I saw this on Facebook, that it's what spills over into the saucer that you have available for others. I thought that was pretty cool. And Master Lin says like that too, that you need to have a gallon to offer a cup to someone else. So if you want to help more and more and more and more people, then you need a big tankard, right? So you've got to fill yourself up. So fill yourself up with your Qigong practice, with your compassion, your acts of kindness, so you have more to give others. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Martha. Yeah, this is my Just Be Present shirt. Ta-da! I got it some years ago, and then one for everybody at the office, at my chiropractor holistic doctor's office. So from Target, it was many, many years ago. It was like, I don't know, 10 probably. All right, so that was our active exercise of bouncing. Now we'll do our shoulder shrug. So we lift the shoulders up, head goes back, scrunch back a little bit. Now just do it to what's comfortable today. So some days you're going to feel like you go back further, maybe other days you don't. And that's just letting you know what's going on. Release the shoulders down. Head comes up. Spinal fluid comes up the spine, bathes the brain. And then we'll do that 2 more times. Shoulders up. When I first started doing this, I felt a lot of inflammation. Like my head was not hardly going back at all. And over this year or so that we've been doing this, it has, dissipated a lot. But there could be days, and there have been days where, let's do that one more time. Shoulders up, head back, where it feels inflamed again. And that is just a good indication for you. That's what we do here, right? We're learning what's going on. Feels chi coming up, cleaning out your ears, all your senses, your head, sparkly, and then we'll pull our shoulders down. So I forgot about that. But one of the greatest gifts of Spring Force Qigong and many modalities is for us to start to feel what and listen to what is going on in our physical body and listening to what it needs. So sometimes it needs to sleep, sometimes it needs to eat, sometimes it needs to move. It's like, will you get off the couch and go move? You can always bounce and watch your program. Okay, so that was our bouncing, and then we did our shoulder shrug. So now we're going to do the rest of our active exercises where we tap and cup to send the vibration in deeper to actually wake up the chi in our different organ systems. Okay, so we start with the cheekbones, and you want to have either your knuckles or maybe 2 or 3 fingers, and you go right on the cheekbones. It looks like I'm out here, but I feel it like right under my eyes if you're looking forward. Hi Alicia. Hi, pretty dog on Shelby's comment. And this one is for opening up the front channel, which runs down the center of the body and then helps to open up the stomach channels, which actually run through the knees. So we're going down the front of the legs. Then we begin tapping here at the beginning of the eyebrows. Open, open, open. All blockages gone, completely healed. And you want to tap enough that you can feel the vibration in the back of your head. So if you're just like, oh, this is so fun, that may not do the trick. But you also don't want to leave nail marks on your skin. Okay, cup the top of the head. So that one was opening the back channel, which runs down the back and the back of the legs. Those are the kidney bladder detoxification points. Now we're cupping the top of the head. So let's stay here for a moment, and we'll cup the top of the head sending chi into the internal organs. So this is where all the male or yang energy channels meet at the top of the head. And so if you have any physical healing, this is something beautiful for you to do. It also helps with um, anxiety, like your thoughts are just will not stop. It helps to bring the energy down to ground you. And then let's cup the base of the head, stimulating the brain, and come down to the C7. You can't see it, but that's that bump at the base of the neck. And you want to massage this. You can do a pinch and release just very gently. Hi, Paula. Awesome. Clap your hands to stimulate your heart. Cup the inside of the left elbow. Stimulate the lungs, and then we go to the right side. Underarm left side, we're back to the heart. And right side. Window the lungs. Right side. And you can do like 9 sets of that if you wish. Cup the base, your kidney area. Rub with the backs of your hands and the palms. Tap your tailbone. Tap your hips. Come down and we'll cup both sides of the left knee, the front and back of the left knee, both sides of the right knee, and the front and back of the right knee. Awesome. So now that was all the active exercises. So take a breath in and out. Let go of anything else you can let go of. Shelby, that looks like my Lily. Ah, nice. And now we get into beginning of the universe position. So again, our feet are shoulder hip distance apart. We bend the knees, spine is nice and straight. Tuck your chin in, relax your shoulders, elbows out. Stretch your fingers and toes. Stimulate 12 meridians in the body. We've stimulated 2 energy channels, the front and back, and now 12 meridians, going to all the organ systems. So everything is awake. Give yourself a scan. Say, I see you, heart. I see you, pancreas. I see you, hairs inside my lungs, whatever, and say, thank you, thank you, thank you for this next day of being alive and vital. And feel the connection of the earth going through you to the universe, out to the universe and back, and know that you are in the universe. So let's say it. I am in the universe. The universe is in my body. The universe and I combine together. Hi, Paula, if I didn't say hi yet. Hi to everybody who's on that doesn't say hi or hasn't said hi today. Anytime you watch this. So I am in the universe. The universe is in my body. The universe and I combine together. Let yourself go deeper. You're going to go deeper and deeper, and you can't even hear me. That's how good you're going to go. And then we're going to do breathing in the universe. So do that when you're ready, if you're not hearing my voice. Connect to what's most divine for you and put in your intentions. What is it you desire for today? We are bringing in grateful ease. Ease of being able to feel the connection of the universe. Ease of the hearing what your body is letting you know it needs. Ease of relationships, ease of shopping, ease of everything. Grateful ease with gratitude. So for the movement, breathing in the universe, we take our hands in front of our body like this, right? And we're holding a ball of light. So what we can do is imagine and feel our light in our lower dantians called our vitality center. And we can feel that and guide it up to our middle dantian and actually hold it. Or you could just feel like you're holding a beautiful ball of light. And we have our knees bent, our spine is straight. So all of that's still the same, except for breathing in and out through the nose. Chin is in, shoulders are down, tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth. We smile and we start to breathe. So our elbows are out, and we're going to use the elbows to guide the movement. So we breathe in, let the elbows guide the hands outward. As we breathe in through the nose, and if you can, breathe out through the nose, we're going to let the elbows guide our hands back inward as you breathe out. And then what we're going to do, how you can feel it and visualize it, is as you breathe in, this ball of light gets bigger and bigger and bigger until you're engulfed in it, and you can have it any color. You can make it gold or silver or red. And then when you breathe out, you let the elbows come in and gather that ball, and it starts to condense down because we are cultivating chi. All right? We're cultivating chi. We're giving ourselves the energy for our day, for everything that we asked for in our intentions. And if you want, you can add the knee bend as you breathe in. You bend lower down at the knees, and as you breathe out, you straighten back up. Or you can just keep it with just the arms. They're both very powerful. So feel what your body says, well, this is the best one for me today. All right, so this is our healing movement. So we'll continue this for about 5 minutes, 4 or 5. And I'll tell you a little bit about this movement. This is called Breathing of the Universe, and it helps the heart system, which is the fire element. The color is red or beautiful pinks, and we are helping to release hatred, judgment, rigidity by bringing in joy. So allow yourself to breathe in beautiful pinks and reds colors through every pore of your skin, scrubbing bubbles your entire body to release anything you no longer need to help to heal your heart system, your heart, your thyroid, your pericardium, the triple heaters, the small intestine. Let yourself heal. Release for just a moment. Suspend your disbelief. Suspend the things that you've thought before, and just have that connection with the universe. Allow yourself to trust. Connect to Master Lin, to his chi field, to all of us here. And just for a moment, that's all we need, is a moment to download, to re-download our code. For health and wellness in all ways. And let's use the sound Kerr, K-E-R-R. So you breathe in, and then you let that sound reverberate. And it doesn't have to be loud. What your focus is to have the vibration be in your heart center. You actually don't even have to make a sound. just the vibration. So try different ways and see how that feels. And slow down and just enjoy joy. Give yourself this healing right now. One more breath in. Just allowing yourself to heal in this moment. Allow yourself to heal. Love yourself that much. Not to say that if you don't love yourself, you won't heal. You understand that. It's just allow yourself to let go and trust. All right? Let go and trust. Super. All right, beautiful. So we just gathered all this chi. We cultivated chi called joy. So now we want to bring it in. So let's see it as a ball of light coming into the lower dantian. And this is for us to keep, to use throughout the day and beyond. And we use our mind to spin it. We just do a little spin, spin, spin. And it spins faster and faster and gets smaller and brighter, smaller and brighter, smaller and brighter, even smaller, even brighter, until you see it turn into a tiny little energy pill of some sort. And you can use your imagination and you can make it into like that. I'm going to make it that little dog emoji that looks like our dog, and tuck it deep behind the navel. Thanks for Lyle showing up in practice. He would do that. When it rained, I don't know if any of you remember Storm, and he actually knocked down my wall. He wanted to get by us. Rub your face. Sweet dog, sweet dog. Missing him, our first Christmas without our puppy. And then let's just take and bring the love in as we bring our arms out and imagine 10,000 more hands and arms coming out, and look up a little bit. The universe is pouring in gifts. Your pets, your family that has gone beyond are pouring in all these gifts for you, and you accept the gifts and you bring them in, and you accept the beautiful responsibility to give them away as we say thank you, thank you, thank you. I send you many, many blessings. There's a frog in my throat. And and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. All right. Take care. Bye.